Hello fellow hunters, I'm Nolan and I want to congratulate you on your 2007 deer tag. Some of you know me from my Major League Baseball career where I pitched for 27 seasons. I attribute my achievements on the mound to my strong belief in total preparation, knowledge of the elements, and complete respect for my opponent. An avid hunter, I practice these beliefs on my hunts to ensure a successful outing. I'd like to introduce two wildlife managers who can provide specific tips to aid you in your hunt.
Hello, my name's Todd Buck. I've been the Wildlife Manager in Game Management Unit 12A for over 14 years, and I'd like to take a moment to discuss some of the knowledge I've gained over that time to assist you with your upcoming hunt. As Nolan stated, preparation is the key to success. In order for you to have an enjoyable hunt experience, it's critical that you know your hunt area, the habitat conditions in that area, and that you're familiar with the equipment you plan to bring. First, as you know, your tag is good for a specific area during a specific time. If you have a 12A tag, it's imperative that you purchase the Kaibab habitat stamp and affix it to the back of your license before you start to hunt. Make sure you get a good map, such as the Kaibab National Forest North Kaibab Ranger District map or the Bureau of Land Management Arizona Strip map. Once you've obtained this map, locate your hunt area and familiarize yourself with the roads in that area. After familiarizing yourself with your hunt area, it is important to understand deer habits and to learn about the specific habitat you plan to hunt. The Kaibab Plateau and the Buckskin Mountains range from 5,000 to over 9,000 feet. Associated with elevational changes, there are several vegetation communities such as ponderosa pine, mixed conifer, aspen, oak and pinyon juniper, grassland meadows, and sagebrush flats. The Paria Plateau hunt area ranges from 4,000 to just over 7,000 feet, with desert shrub, sand dunes, sagebrush flats, and pinyon juniper habitat. You should also be aware there are locally important habitats, such as waters and meadows, that may draw deer during different times of the day. Next, before you go to the field, know the gear you'll be taking. For example, dramatic changes in weather conditions are common on the Kaibab. Temperatures during your hunt can range from the high 70s to below freezing, and from sunny and dry to cold and snowy. Layering clothes is essential as the temperature will vary throughout the day. If you plan to camp, a full range of camping gear for sleeping and eating convenience will be critical. A good pair of binoculars or a spotting scope can make the difference between seeing a lot of deer or not seeing any. These tools enable you to find a good vantage point and cover large areas without having to walk all day. For all of these hunts, this can be an effective method to locate a place to start your hunt. Finally, one of the most important aspects of preparation is sighting in your rifle with the ammunition you plan to use for your hunt. Without this step, you won't understand the effective range of your rifle or your personal skill level, and you run the risk of injuring yourselves or others, or wounding and losing a deer. Depending on the tag you drew, here are some tips to consider as you plan your hunt. For 12A early hunts, don't bother with pinyon juniper areas unless there's been a severe frost or snow. Remember, the deer herd is extremely migratory and they will stay at higher elevations until food availability at those elevations starts to decline. These deer are aware of people and as a result are very secretive, so being in your hunt spot at first light is very important. Hunt travel corridors to and from water or food sources to improve your odds. Be aware, however, as cooler temperatures arrive, frost or snow can provide most of the water a deer needs, drastically affecting the success of waterhole hunting. Bachelor herds are broken up by this hunt, and bucks can be evenly distributed across the plateau. Deer tend to be in heavy cover this time of year and are not easily located or glassed. Concentrate on areas that are more inaccessible. For your antlerless hunt, realize that does can be as wary as bucks. By this time, the weather should be colder, so you should concentrate primarily along the base of the plateau in the oak belt or pinyon juniper country. For the late 12A hunt, hope for snow. Forage quality and snowfall will push the deer to the winter range on the east and west sides of the plateau. If frost has cured out the summer range forage, start in the pinyon juniper areas and work your way into the sage and open canyon country. Being prepared on this hunt is even more critical than on the early hunts. Good boots, parkas, and camping gear can make or break your hunt. Four-wheel drive, chains, shovels, and winches can keep you hunting instead of being stuck for a day. In the summer of 2006, the warm fire burned about 60,000 acres on top of the plateau, Some of the area still looks like what you see here, relatively bare ground. However, much of the area has become reestablished with high-quality, nutrient-rich browse for the mule deer. And the Game and Fish Department anticipates that this trend will continue and the warm fire will be a real boon to mule deer populations on the plateau for the foreseeable future. I'd now like you to hear from Sophia Fong, Wildlife Manager in Game Management Unit 12B. She'll provide you with some information about the 12B hunts.
I'm Officer Sophia Fong, Wildlife Manager for 12B. The 12B West area, which is the BLM land west of BLM Road 1065 to Kanab Creek, is primarily the winter range for deer from the northern portion of the Kaibab Plateau and for the Ponzagant herd that in southern Utah. Deer from southern Utah begin migrating to the Buckskin Mountains by mid-October. Deer cut from the northern Kaibab Plateau begin adding to the numbers by late October, early November. The Buckskin Mountains in the central portion of the unit contains the highest density of deer and is best to hunt after mid-October. As the weather continues to cool down and the snowfall increases, Kaibab deer from the western portion of the plateau move down towards Pigeon Canyon, Toothpick Ridge, and Gunsight Point, making this area best after early November. If you have a 12B tag and are trying to decide whether to hunt 12B West or the Paria Plateau, there are a few additional things that you should consider. The Paria Plateau in eastern 12B has the lowest densities of deer and is not part of the migratory herds from the Kaibab Plateau or the Ponzagant. Access to the Paria Plateau can be difficult and the deer hard to find, so scouting before you hunt is very important. During the early 12B hunts, the deer are typically concentrated in the pinyon juniper and along meadow edges at the higher elevations. If you are drawn for an early hunt, scouting is recommended only a week or two prior to the start of the hunt due to the nature of the migration pattern. During the late hunt, the deer begin to move down from the top of the Buckskin Mountains to the pinyon juniper and sagebrush flats as the snow pushes them off the plateau. In summary, there are 4 important steps to improve your odds during your upcoming hunt. First, know your hunt unit and scout the habitat it contains. Second, bring along enough gear for all weather conditions. Third, be familiar with your equipment, especially taking the time to sight in your rifle. And fourth, take the time to enjoy your hunt. Congratulations on drawing a permit, and I hope to see you in the field.
Hunters like you have a long tradition of conserving and enhancing wildlife throughout our country. You have the opportunity to continue this proud tradition and aid the California condor in the area you'll be hunting. I'd like to introduce you now to Chris Parrish with the Peregrine Fund, the group that manages condors on a day-to-day basis.
As a fellow hunter, I'm proud of Arizona hunters and their efforts over the past 2 years to help us reduce the amount of lead through spent ammunition in carcasses and gut piles that are available to these scavenging condors. The major obstacle in recovering the condor is their leading cause of death, and it's lead exposure and lead poisoning. Radio tracking data from the condors show that they concentrate in the Kaibab and Paria plateaus during the fall hunting seasons. As scavengers, they're always on the lookout for gut piles and wounding lost deer. Condors ingest lead from bullet fragments left in gut piles or game carcasses. We conducted a study in which we harvested 43 deer, 39 of which were shot with lead-based ammunition. The study showed 100% of the carcasses contained fragments, as well as 90% of the gut piles. 70% had more than 200 fragments, regardless of whether the bullet passed through or remained in the carcass. Intact carcasses contained as many as 700 fragments, and gut piles contained up to 500. Fragments were even found in the packaged meat. To highlight this, we recently conducted tests where we shot lead bullets of different types into ballistic gel to gauge the amount of fragmentation along the wound channel. Keep in mind that this gel is soft and the amount of fragmentation could be much higher where the bullet passes through hide and bones. So as hunters, what do? High quality ballistics are available in all copper bullets like the Barnes Triple Shock X bullet. These bullets mushroom to nearly 200% of their original diameter and provide great penetrating power, yet they retain nearly 100% of their mass. The key is that these bullets very rarely fragment, and if they do, they may fragment into 1, 2, 3 pieces, opposed to the 500 or 700 fragments of a lead-based bullet.
In my line of work, accuracy is essential to success, and I know accuracy is just as important to you on your upcoming hunt.
97% of surveyed hunters using the Barnes bullets reported that their accuracy was equal to or better than lead bullets, and 93% thought they performed equal to or better than lead.
Very consistent group placement on target. Accurate. 0 bloodshot. No wasted meat.
I was very impressed with the bullet's performance. The buck literally dropped in its tracks.
The Barnes bullet is 100% copper, with multiple grooves to reduce pressure and provide deadly accuracy. It doesn't need to hit bone, because the specially engineered nose produces pressure which generates massive hydraulic shock inside the animal. And as the bullet penetrates, the 4 razor-sharp petals fold back and pressure builds, shocking the lungs, heart, and other vital organs. The Barnes bullet retains nearly 100% of its weight, so it does not leave bullet residue as compared to lead core bullets that break up inside the animal and can leave lead residue. Leading gun and hunting magazines are also praising the Barnes triple shot bullets. American Rifleman stated, "While their terminal performance is the stuff of legend, they are also capable of remarkable accuracy." And outdoor writer Claire Reese stated in a Safari Club International publication that "I've never seen deadlier performance on game." Arizona Game & Fish has provided you with a coupon along with this video that allows you to get free federal Vital Shock ammunition with Barnes all-copper bullets in the caliber of your choice to use on your hunt. The coupon can be redeemed for 2 free boxes of ammunition or reloading bullets at Sportsman's Warehouse or Cabela's stores in the Phoenix or Tucson areas, or by mail through Cabela's. Details are included with the coupon. 2 boxes are included to make sure you have enough to sight in your rifle and to use during your hunt.
Sportsmen's groups, including the Arizona Deer Association, are asking you to help with the recovery of the California condor by using non-lead ammunition in your upcoming hunts. We've joined a coalition of groups including the Arizona Elk Society, the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society, the Antelope Foundation, and the Arizona chapters of the National Wild Turkey Federation in lending our support to the important effort to show that hunters want to do their part in wildlife conservation.
For the past 2 years, hunters like you have helped reduce the amount of lead available to condors by 50% by using copper bullets. This is an unprecedented voluntary effort by hunters to conserve wildlife. But unfortunately, it is not enough to recover the condor. I'm asking you to continue hunters' proud tradition of conservation by taking advantage of the free bullet offer and using non-lead bullets in your upcoming hunt. Good luck on getting a deer.